folks. First of all, we changed the name of the deck to Rasa Control because I really want this to be more of a controlling deck. Um, Second, we tried to cement the strength of the deck both in the early, mid, and late game because I think that what we've missed in the previous version is we don't have a strong mid game. We're basically trying to survive with just a Thresh in the mid game. So instead of relying on Fading Memories and Mark of the Isles to trigger Senna, um, we're actually relying on other creatures now. Or other units. I'm sorry, I keep saying creatures. Or other units. So we have Chronicler of the Ruin, which automatically enables Lucian, while Senna still gets to be on the board. So this is a win-win situation for us instead of having her actually lose her presence in the board. Second, we added Fleet Feather Tracker. So we got a form of removal and at the same time an enabler for Lucian to level up, as well as Thresh, of course. Thresh is still here. Majorly, the reason why he's here is because of his challenger effect, and of course he's in Shadow Isles. Um, his effect basically puts him into danger or lethal state, which could cause fatality for the unit, and that's something that we could what's the word that I'm looking for? We could capitalize on. So his death is something that we could capitalize on. And of course, his death is imminent because he has Challenger, so he pretty much has to use that. On another note, if he does not become an enabler for our death reliant deck, then he will be a part of the enabler in terms of summoning another Lucian to the field. So yeah, our threats are also cemented by the form of Radiant Guardian, which she will be here whenever someone dies, and to enable her effect quickly, we have single combat and glimpse beyond, and of course Fleet Feather Tracker is here as well. But I am not quite confident of having her here. But we'll see how she goes here because I think she's best suited for first of all followers that has a challenger effect, or those that are ephemeral, or those that are have last breath effect, which would be more of a win for us. So let's see how Radiant Guardian plays out here. So this is an area that I'm still not quite fond of or confident on, but the reason why I placed her here is, apart from the reasons that I mentioned earlier, is we took out our healing capacity. So we did not get any form of healing here except for Radiant Guardian alone. So we were gonna have to be very careful in playing, and we have to be useful. We have to be very, how do you say this? Very smart about how we use our removal, which is in the form of single combat, black spear, concerted strike, and of course Rhasa, and of course judgment. So we kind of lack that removal by the mid game, but we kind of get that suit. I forgot. There's also vengeance here. We kind of got the removal suite covered in the entirety of the game except for the mid game. So we don't have that much of a strong removal, and of course we don't have the healing capacity anymore. So we're going to be relying on removing creatures on the field rather than sustaining ourselves, since that didn't work out good previously. And of course we got 3 copies of Cithria. Cithria is here just to have a really solid mid game if we're not going to be able to draw out our key units, or if the opponent was, or if we are able to be good in the early game and we're really able to just dig into the opponent's nexus and bring the damage down. Cithia could be a good mid game ender, so that we won't have to go and end the game with Rhasa and the rest. We also have Atrocity for reach. There's always at least a single copy of Atrocity if I'm going to make a Shadow Isle deck. The card is basically good for my end. We have a copy of the Very Kindler just for, I honestly don't know why. It's just there. Maybe I'm now thinking if I should remove him, but he's more of like an insurance for the champions that we have. But I'm kind of thinking it's still if it's still something that we want to be using, because we're no longer being a champion centric deck. We're basically trying to win with the rest of with the entirety of the deck. Unlike previously, where we're trying to rush with Lucian and ride Lucian until the end game. So yeah, or until the late game. Judgment is still here just for that quick combat tactic, but I'm thinking if I should replace Rekindler with the Ruination instead. That would lower our... Yeah. Because Judgment is very conditional, and we need to have our board wide. I'm still pretty scared of using this deck, or using these cards against Ionia. So I might have to remove him for this instead. How does this look like now? Honestly, I would want another copy, but should I remove Judgment for this? Let's see first. Let's first see how it will go. So there's that, and let's try to play it again on ranked. I got demoted previously from Bronze 2 back to Bronze 3, but it's not that much of a biggie since, as I've mentioned, we're really focusing on the creativity and expression of our strategy rather than quickly climbing the ladder. But there are benefits to both. I keep bumping the mic, I'm sorry. There are benefits to both ways. I mean, if you climb faster, then you pretty much attain a status where people will actually respect your opinions in terms of the things that you advise them to, or you're really good in the game. It's a good declaration that you could pretty much help anyone in the game in terms of the strategies and their growth in the game. But if you're focused on creativity like myself, you're gonna have to watch someone who is growing into the game, and you might be able to contribute to that person's growth. Okay, what do we have here? We have Fleet Feather Tracker, Cythria. We're up against Jinx Zed, which... 50-50, this is going to be the starter deck. I don't want Cythria. I want Radiant Guardian because I'm pretty sure this deck is going to be aggressive. Alright. Oh goody! Just what we needed. This is a good start. We're gonna be able to play the curve until round 3.
I've brought my books. Hope that's alright.
I'm not gonna attack. I need Fleet Feather Tracker. I'm still struggling with the memorization of the cards. I ain't gonna attack with this.
Charged up and ready to go.
I'm gonna take that 5. I know it's a big it's kind of a big deal, but I'm gonna hit harder next round.
Let's test my theorem.
So I don't mind, and I still have Radiant Guardian, so...
What's the plan?
We shoot them.
This is Piltover, so there's a chance he might, or the enemy might have Mystic Shot, but whoever
Traditions
he shows,
are lost if not passed on.
will practically enable the other, unless he gets to
Think before
remove
you
both
strike.
of them.
The final lesson.
Okay. Alright, we got Cythria.
Pledge yourself to the shadows.
Good. I could get rid of Zed using... There might be a recall, so there's a possibility of a recall. But I could do this instead. I could block with the Fleet Feather Tracker.
They follow
because
the
I want
wrong
this
master.
one to enable
Here
Radiant
we go.
Guardian. So there has to be.
Stay
I'd rather
back.
enable level up Lucian instead. Then I'm gonna use this. So that would I'll take another 5. Let's see how he's gonna react to this.
Too damn soon.
I'm not really sure if this is going to be a control deck anymore because we're trying to play on a curve, but we do have removal, so it might be a form of mid-range. I honestly am not sure.
Go ahead. Scare me.
No, I don't want that. I want this. This way we'll get to enable Radiant Guardian. So the deck really revolves around allies' death. And if you're wondering why I did not put Callista, because I think she's better off with Elise in the that variation of the Freya Shadow Alice deck.
Virtue guides me.
So yeah, I took damage in terms of the tempo there, so I might have to.
Of course I'm ready.
I could go with Senna and try to, or I could play the curve with Cythria. With Senna, I get the option to remove another one as well as block. With Cythria, I guess get to block with her in this one, so that's 2 for 2. But this one card and a spell, so I'll go with
Been
Cythria.
a long path to get here.
That way I could attack immediately next turn. He might be holding another Will of Ionia. Hopefully not. Oh, there it is. Unfortunately, he did not decide to
Stay back.
get rid of this one.
Fall by my sword.
Well,
Stand
use the
for what's
block
right.
first and use this.
Stand and fight.
I hope this works.
That should have it was okay.
Backfired.
Again, we took a step back because of the damage done to our tempo. Yeah. Gonna have to drop Cythria again and then
Soldiers,
we'll
to
attack
me!
with Fearsome. I could see this deck being more of a mid-range, honestly.
Nothing stands in our way.
I think Radiant Guardian needs to be here. Had we not had her, we'll be dropping dead soon. So yeah, and she also interacts with single combat, so that's another thing that we could be thankful for. Okay, so we'll be hitting with 10. Cool.
Let's take this puppy for a spin.
Alright, again, the concept of the deck is revolving around allies
Do not
deck.
fear the shrouded
But
path.
at this point, I would want to rethink. Because Rhasa, for me, is really a control character. Or control follower.
Hang on, Fuzzball.
Hey,
I ain't gonna do anything.
Putting study into practice.
I have enough.
We go as one.
Ruin everyone.
Hold back the darkness.
Does she heal everyone? Because it's essentially a strike, so does it consider... Oh, it does! That's huge! That's a good combo there. So I think I should keep her. I should keep Radiant Guardian. She made us survive. We were barely
put to rest.
on the verge of death. So her presence alone is really a very good help to us. Okay. Let's try it again. This one is a better version overall. It did lose its healing and much more. It did become much more of a mid-range rather than a control. So we might have to consider if this is still. I still want to consider it as a control because Rhasa is actually the core follower or the reason why I wanted to build this deck. He has such a powerful effect when he's dropped later on. And we're up against Yasuo control, maybe? I don't know, because there's Zed. It's gonna be up to the question of yes or no. I would like to keep these two if I had an illusion, but... yeah, I think I could keep them because of the curve, just for the curve's sake. Oh, there we go! We're off to a good start! But my problem now is enabling Radiant Guardian, so she probably wouldn't be coming early on.
Remember the objectives.
So we'll hit our first power spike at round 4. It's a good thing we're attacking on... Oh shit. We're attacking on odds that's...
They're as good as dead.
You're adorable when you're angry.
It's sad. I wish we would be attacking on evens. That would make the appearance of Chronicler of Ruin much more impactful. What could they do with 1 mana? That's my question, because if I attack with Lucian,
No room for doubt.
there's still 1 mana. What could they do with that 1 mana? Nothing? Okay, nothing. Guess I'm overthinking things. And now, it begins. Look at that.
Is a leaf's only purpose to fall?
No
Too damn soon. I'll sleep when they're
That's really
dead.
nice. Then I'll trade in this for Yasuo, or does he have that single stun that's slow? That's my question. He still has
Blade
1
never
mana.
gets any lighter.
Because I could trade this, which will allow us to get an attack token. Oh, it doesn't happen. It happens this round, I guess.
Missed your chance to run.
I could do this first before dropping. Either I could go for a removal, or I could go for a Radiant Guardian. So, that's up for question. Stun. It's gonna stun this one.
Routes closed.
Alright, I'm gonna go for this one instead. That way... Because he doesn't have a deny, enough for a deny. The only thing he could do here is a Twin Discipline.
Clear my name.
Or maybe a barrier. Is there a barrier? No. There's no 3 mana costing barrier from Ionia.
Think you're fast? Cute.
Okay, now I can drop Cithria this round. I could sacrifice Senna and drop Radiant Guardian, or try to do a Black
The
Spear.
world waits, begging for dominion.
Yeah, that's something I could do. I could bring out Radiant Guardian by using Senna, which will allow us to attack. Or I could block Legion General with Senna, Black Spear Legion General, but that will take me 2 cards. 6 mana. Yeah, I think that's too much. So that's really a question for me, if I'm going to do that, or just bring out Radiant Guardian and attack. I could go with Cithria and just trade this in. This really forces me to do something stupid, to be honest. But I guess I could go for... yeah, I could just go for that and remove...
Remember
I
your
need this
training.
removed.
Stand down.
Ah!
That way we could attack.
This is mercy. I earned my rank.
Alright, cool. Now we can do this to this.
Justice never dies.
So that's 1 for 1, and this one. Then I could bring out another Senna.
I've always got your back.
Don't
Cool.
worry about me.
That was good. I think. I'm not saying I'm good. I just think.
My gun does the talking.
You know what? I'll bring Cithria
Been
to
a
bring in
long
the
path to
bring
get
in the threat higher. So this will be a higher stake. Kill one and it'll attack. Senna will deal double damage. Stun, okay. Stun, alright. I'll attack just to trade this in.
Follow my lead.
Because I
cannot
don't
win.
want him to have any units there.
A misstep.
You might bring in more Black Spear and single combat, but they are really situational. They're both dependent on a unit in the field and a unit dying.
We will not fail.
Oh, cool. I could bring out Thresh. Or I could bring out Cithria. Which is cooler, though. I could bring out Thresh.
Don't work with monsters. Oh, now you've hurt my feelings.
Then he only has 3 cards.
I'll try anyone once.
I could bring out Thresh.
Close the distance.
Then do this.
Fall by my sword!
And then do this.
Nobody escapes. Looking grim.
Look what you...
That was a mistake, because I would have been able to... Well, anyway, at least I am able to do that. Deny. Alright. Cool. Guess I'll attack with these two then.
Purity and peace.
There we go. Cool. Cool so far.
No room for doubt.
Do I attack or do I not? Do I attack or do I not? I could end it now. Yep. Good game. We were able to beat Yasuo control this time. So I guess that's good.
Put to rest.
That's a good movement and good progression, to be honest. Let's try one more. The only time we'll be changing and we'll be stopping recording is if I get 2 consecutive loses or losses. Loses or I lose consecutively twice. I lose consecutively, or I lose twice. Either way, you get it. All right, doing good so far, and I hope we would still be able to do good to this or in this round. By the way, please do let me know in the comments if this is considered a control deck or a mid-range deck, because I doubt it's an aggro deck. I really doubt it's an aggro deck. Weird combination, but something that I maybe not seen before. I haven't seen before. I want to keep Lucian and try to hard mulligan for Senna. Well, fortunately not. We'll be attacking on odds again. Okay, I'll drop Lucian.
Coming in hot! There's a chill in the air.
We'll probably be taking 5 damage by turn 2. So we really need that. I should have considered keeping Radiant Guardian. That was a mistake on my part.
No room for doubt.
Cause... Oh, he did not attack. Weird. He knows that I can't block, so he's gonna utilize that intel. That's something. Really, that's really something. I have 7 mana. Which one could I kill? Oh, we're not off to a good start. I should have kept the Chronicler and Radiant Guardian. That should at least be able to give me a healing by turn 5. Or, actually, no, I won't be able to do that, but... I could do this, but there's a chance that he'll just... It's really tough. Yeah, I could take it. I'll take it. I have no choice. I pretty much have to take it. I could do this next round, though.
Sleep is for the guiltless.
Alright, I'll do this instead. I can't have him lying around here.
Dying's easy.
Maybe he slipped his mind that I may have done that. Do I have... Should I sacrifice Lucian? for me to heal, but that won't kill this. Or do I drop her? Because I don't have much choice. I could either sacrifice Lucian, because he's gonna be blocked by this one who will still survive. And then I could do this to bring me healing, but that's all that I got. There's still 2 on the board from his end, and he's probably gonna drop another 1 or 2. And I only have this. But if I do this, I could still try to trade.
Justice will be served!
Yeah, I pretty much have to overlook healing for now, and really try to bring in some
By
pressure.
my hand will Noxus rise.
Son of a gun, I did not see that coming.
Banish the unworthy!
Sure about that?
At least I can I do this? No,
Run while
I
you
don't have.
can.
At least I could bring out Cythria. Oh man, we're not off to a good start. Actually, we did not start off good. I have 6. What can I do with 6? Kill Swain? I could kill Swain or bring out Cythria. Oh crap. That's 8. Okay, now I can do this. At least I was able to do
Looking
that.
grim.
Probably gonna attack, okay, whatever. Then I could go for...
Think you're fast? Cute.
I could go for Cythria. Or Senna. I could go for either. And then float a bit
They're
of
as
mana.
good as dead.
You're adorable when you're angry.
Because when someone dies from this side, the other gets empowered. So we still have that small, teeny
I
tiny
have
bit
come
of...
for the unforgiven.
Really, Yone? You didn't
Now
even
who's
really
got the
let me
upper hand?
finish my... Fine. Oh, okay. That should do it. Or I could do this.
Try to keep up.
I could do this, definitely.
Not so fast.
First of all, when I do this, it would activate Rhasa, which would let me trade in 2 for 1, and I get another 1 in the field. And Yone brings down his life to somewhere where I could just judgment him when the time comes. And I can't die from this. I really can't. Yeah, I'll be down to 1 life. There's a chance that... Oh, shucks. I might have to trade in Yasuo.
Stand and fight.
I mean, Lucian. Because there's a chance this gets empowered.
Don't duck on my account.
Yep, I don't have much choice. I have to do it. I have to do this. He has Noxus. I don't want a transfusion on anyone.
No. Lucian! Lucian! Purity. Peace.
Because I get to do this. Please, no deny. I'm gonna die. No deny. He's thinking about it. Is he gonna recall, or is he gonna call on a deny? Deny, recall, deny, recall, deny, recall. Then I could continue on building my field with Cythria next round. I'll be down to 9.
Take
by
a
then.
stance and hold it.
Probably gonna use this on Yone.
Alone, we see things as they truly
Oh
are.
wow. Well, I don't mind if he stuns my units next
I'll
round.
try anyone once.
Cause I can do this.
Been a long path to get here.
I know he'll stun them. That's probably the most telegraphed form of what you're going to do, is to bring down
Patience
your
and virtue make a true swordsman.
Good. I need you to be there. Then I'll pass. I'll probably be able to play Judgment next round because there's a high chance that he's not holding Deny anymore. Or there is. There actually could, there could be. There could be a chance. This is the perfect time to do this. I can't let you do that, unfortunately.
For Demacia.
Because that would bring him out of the range of Judgment. I'm wondering what he has in his hands. If Judgment gets denied, it's probably gonna be a losing,
Tenacity through trial.
a game that it's gonna be a close game, but
Drown in shadow.
oh goody! Now I could do that.
I need no weapon.
Good. This is why I want Judgment, and instead of 2 copies of Ruination. It takes you to have 2 options: to do the wipe during the combat phase, or to have it done during the main phase. And I pretty much prefer this one because you get to at least have them build a field rather than deciding on whether you want to do it now or not. So yeah. This is gonna exhaust his resources because there's pretty much there's not gonna be any more units left for him to summon. Oh, he really wants to rely on this.
Ah, silence.
What did he do? Recall. Now I could swing in for 7. At least 7. Do I want to do that, or do I want to do
Soldiers,
this first?
to me!
A shadow to cut through the light.
I'll be swinging for 14. I still have enough for either removal or protection. Unfortunately, Vengeance is no longer within the range of that mana cost, or within the range of our mana pool right now. Thresh is just a fodder at this point. He's gonna be an enabler. It's too late for him to level up now, but that's why he's here. He could be an enabler or he's actually just an enabler, either through his level up effect or through dying, or at least taking them down at least 2 units before he completely vanishes from the field. So yeah. Okay, it's taking time for him to think. I'm wondering what he has on his hands apart from Dragon's Protection. Because he didn't have Deny when I have my 2 big spells. He used the Deny on one of my smaller spells. Had I have Atrocity right now, it would have been game over. But I still need to take into consideration of Deny. This is why I hate playing against Ionia. You always have to play around Deny, and that's already a mental blocker for you. It makes you paranoid, you know what I'm saying? So what is he gonna do right now? I'm wondering what. Did he disconnect? Cause I don't know what happened to him. He might have gotten disconnected or left the game. He might have rage quit right after I casted that judgment, so there's a high chance that happened. Because I honestly don't know what's the point of him not playing anything. Is he thinking or not? If he does not drop anything this round, I could end it next round. Or by removing the blocker and having these 2 on the field. Or on the attack. He might have disconnected.
Yes, you.
Really, yeah. So I guess this is gonna be a win. We still made it though, with even without the healing with Radiant Guardian. It was a very close call though, and I pretty much have to panic and use all the removals and units that we have in as much resourceful fashion than I should have, or that I should. But pretty much the deck is really good so far. I don't think I would want to play for now until I have to wait another time, because I might have to look into the Rekindler. No, there's no Rekindler here. Into having 3 copies of Cythria. She could get. Yeah, I could have. Alright, I guess that's it for now. I probably should speak about the changes that we'll probably might make in the next few days, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna show you more combat or ranked matches using this deck, and as well explain if any changes has been made. So that's pretty much it for the Rhasa control. Again, if you think this is a control deck, please leave down in the comment section below, or if you think it's a mid-range deck, please leave down in the comment section below. Otherwise, you know what to do. Leave down in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you want to see more Legends of Runeterra content, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I look forward into being a better presenter than I am right now. I know I'm pretty flawed, but I'm pretty sure I'll get better someday, and I hope you'll be there as I grow. Thank you very much for watching again, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.